Hello. I am going to be making some decks with Endbringer Umbra. She just came out today. You can play her if you log in, get her for free. And there's a lot of things I'd like to talk about with the potential with this. So the card reads, it's a 7-mana 6/6 Battlecry. Trigger the death rattles of 5 friendly minions that died this game. So what kind of death rattles do I want to try and trigger with this? Well, an obvious one might be Adaptive Amalgam. Shuffling this back into your deck and keeping the enchantments. You don't gain the death rattles, it triggers them. So shit. I get to change things. Why is this not? Sorry guys, give me a minute. Alright, sorry. Okay, so Umbra and Amalgam. Every single time you play Umbra, shuffle her back into your deck. This might not work. I have not tried it yet because if you attempt to do the same thing, I've actually made a video about this before. Where? I'm blind. Here he is. Velen, when he dies and triggers the battle cries and death rattles of all of Draenei, you played this game, which Adaptive Amalgam is all types. It doesn't shuffle a copy of Velen into your deck. It actually copies, it actually shuffles a base copy of the Amalgam into your deck. So I might try out your deck later. Like, the new card is out. I'm gonna try and make decks with that first. But this shuffles a base copy of Amalgam into your deck when it dies, instead of a copy of Velen, which you would expect. So it might not work the way I would expect. And then this doesn't specify triggering the death rattles of 5 friendly death rattle minions that died this game. This just says of 5 friendly minions that died this game. Meaning that if you go to Warlock and you look at Archdruid, this is not a death rattle minion. This is a normal minion, meaning that when this dies, the death rattles on it should be eligible for Umbra to trigger, meaning you'd get a ton of triggers, assuming that you actually get one. I'm actually not sure yet if it works with the Druid, but the way that it's worded makes me think that it should. Makes me think. It also doesn't say different death rattles. So say you played a ton of Archdruids, I'm assuming it would be more likely that you would get an Archdruid because of how many times your Archdruids die late game. And this just says, you know, of 5 friendly minions, not different ones. Alright. Somebody in chat has recommended that I play their deck, I will play it and see how I like it. Maybe change it up if I don't. And then I'm also putting Umbra into it because, I mean, if it has everything in it, then Umbra, we can test out and see if Umbra works or not. Oh my god. Alright. But if more than 5 Death Rattle triggers, how do you secure it? There isn't really a way, in my opinion, or not based on the wording, there does not seem to be a way to get Umbra to guarantee trigger what you want it to trigger. But all right, I actually haven't looked at this deck yet. So you have 1 copy of Amalgam, 2 Thorns, 2 Vendor's Beetles. You have Artist in here to draw your big spells. Oh, a minion. Ysera. Curator. Curator is obviously for Beetle and Amalgam and Murloc. That's not bad. Okay. Alley Pact, Domino Effect. Oh, you do have Hellfires in here. Alright, I'll take out Artist to do that. Well, Escape Pod isn't in here. I do really like Escape Pod. I might take out your Domino Effect for an Escape Pod, seeing as you have 2 Table Flips and 2 Hellfires and Ceaseless. You don't have Eternal Layovers, which I'm kind of worried about, but we'll figure it out. I am gonna change this slightly because I see late game not working out that great if you don't have Rush on your minion. All right. All right. We'll go with this. See how Umbra works and go from there. This is a user recommended deck. He's in the chat, or well, they are in the chat right now.
Versus Jaina. My sorcery will prevail.
You face the ultimate mining machine.
You have 2 vendors, so I would kind of be okay with keeping a vendor to draw, but at the same time, I think I'm just gonna look for stuff like your Curator. Pact for early game would be good. I don't know. I think I'll just throw out Vendor, and then if it doesn't work out this game, I might start keeping Vendor, because I do like keeping Vendor in the early game to draw. Didn't matter, but... Alright, with Pact, I'm definitely using one of the Vendors. There's Umbra. I don't know. I did slightly change your build because I I mean, I do see that you have Sphere Bombs and Health Drinks, which early game can kill off your own minion, but that's a lot of mana to kill off your own minion. It's... I mean, if you have Rush on it, you can play up to 5 of them. Actually, with the Ysera, you can play up to 7 of them, because they only cost 2 each, and it's the only thing you're... Just play Ysera. Yeah. I mean, you are spending 9 mana to do that. Alright, I love this. Yeah, using a Cavern is definitely better. I think I'm gonna keep this card in hand, so I'm probably gonna Alley Pact Consume next turn. Yes, it is my first game with this card. Not sure how it interacts with death rattles like the Adaptive Amalgam. Not sure if it grabs Archdruid procs, but testing here. We're here, sitting here testing. Seeing as they have this card, they're just entirely Imbue and not a combination of Imbue and Protoss. So there's Table Flip. I would like to Table Flip Xavius, but I don't have the mana.
Computing.
If I Curator, I'm drawing 3 cards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll have a full hand, so I can play. No, I can't. This turn doesn't work out very well. So it can be pretty weak. I mean, if they actually save their... so this deck was... Alright, I'll get to why Wheel is in this deck in a second. If they actually save cards like this for when they, you know, have the bot down, whatever, it's the 3 mana, your hero power triggers twice card. If they actually wait for that, they can get a lot of damage off. I have 9, so I can Xavius. And then, yeah, like Crypt said in chat, they actually made this deck. Ysera being 2 less is actually really... Archdruid of Thorns with charge? That doesn't matter. And then triggering twice isn't... Alright, Ysera is definitely the play. Yeah, Wheel of Death is to destroy your own deck if you have the combo early and you want to start doing it, because obviously your deck is in the way of the combo actually working. Well, it's a previous turn kind of thing. Like you know, Wheel of Death, and then the next turn you might.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
Well, and I mean, there is merit to it. Like, what if you don't have draw anymore and you're just gaining a bunch of armor? Let's go with... So I might just be definitely just hellfiring. Oh yeah, 2 less attack. I just don't have. I do have Curator in hand. There's so much hand space. He's just gonna. But I could push 8.
My duty fulfilled.
This draws 2 cards.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Alright. I can Wheel of Death now. It'll just get rid of Escape Pod, which is kind of sad. But, I mean, each turn that goes by, I'm taking 5 damage. At the very least. He still hasn't used any of the 3 mana bots to double. I'm taking 12 damage. Expanse isn't ready yet. Hellfire, I can't get through this. I don't have the other cavern. I really can't Wheel of Death. This can give me 5 armor.
Do not touch. Do not touch.
I mean, I just need, like, need cavern, right? Pact. Don't have the mana. That is quite lucky. Okay. Jesus. I don't think I'm going to be able to live for very long.
Let me nurture you.
Or, you know, I guess I was right. We can try this deck a couple more times. Obviously, I felt it was very hard to play Wheel of Death, but you know, we can go for it again. Yeah, they got a lot of imbue stuff, got their hero power up very quickly, and just kind of berated me.
Nazoth versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. Chaos and destruction.
Against the Paladin, would it be... I mean, there's 2 beetles in the deck. It might be worth to have an early unit on the board. Alright. I'm glad I got the beetle against aggro paladin, but, well, it doesn't even matter because I'm just gonna coin out
Reporting for duty.
cavern. Am I coining out? I'm kind of afraid of what he could do with this, but could just table flip. Seeing as it's aggro, I am just gonna throw out a beetle. Save coin for like turn 4 with Curator maybe. This is exactly what I want to see. And he doesn't even kill my beetle. Drawing both caverns is very lucky for this matchup. Obviously he wanted to use the 4-mana aura to make all of his minions gain +2/+1 on attack. Alright, well this is just gonna make me play the other cavern, which I'm totally good. Well, he'll only have 2 units. But I mean, what other 1/1s does Paladin run? I think the cavern here is probably pretty good. This dude is probably gonna spend 3 whole hits hitting into this beetle, taking 6 damage and giving me 3 armor.
One more coat of paint should do the trick.
Was that Rush? Rush? Massive. He'll have 2 minions on the board if I just use Cavern. But I do have a lot of...
The menagerie is
I think
for
I'm just going
guests
Curator. He could use the aura right now, but then I'll just clear his board and waste a turn of it, basically. And he's not going to be able to build much. Just down... Yeah, this is the aura. Because this was the Divine Shield. Yeah, aggro, you just shut them down. Warlock's very good at that. Pretty much no matter what Warlock deck you're playing. Or, well, yeah, I mean, pretty much all of them. There's so many good ways of clearing. He does find it worth to use this. And he doesn't even build a board to use it. So I have both prize vendors in hand. Don't know what to get rid of. I've already played a beetle. Ugh. Am I just overdrawing? Like, I could just throw out the escape pod. Actually, that could be a good use for Umbra. Yeah, he could make me overdraw if he kills this, but whatever. But with the new card, you could probably like place her down beside Archdruid, and she would trigger the death rattle, so it would give Archdruid +1/+1 in rush. Okay. Table flip is quite nice here. And what, this is the second? Yeah, second turn of this. So So when I clear his board, he won't have anything to use. I have a full hand, so that's the cheapest it's gonna get. Next turn I could coin Ysera. I have a feeling he's not killing this anytime soon. I think I'm just coining Ysera next turn. Keeping this, even though he could make me overdraw. I'll have 3 mana left over, so even when I coin Ysera, I could still Hellfire if I really need to.
My blood boils for war.
Which I might. Although I could just... Oh? Not bad. So, his aura's up, but he could have another one. I'm okay with doing both of them because I still have Hellfires in hand. And then if he kills this, tapping would make me overdraw, so I don't feel like it. Okay, he's just giving up. Okay, I thought he was giving up. I mean, sadly I don't even get to do the Archdruid combo.
The light dims, but we fight.
There you go. It's a lot of damage. Still have to rush all 3 of these in here unless you have another card. Which you did, but... Okay.
Well played.
Thank you.
The victory is
Wow. How high have you gotten on the ladder? Have you gotten with this deck, Crypt?
Mal'Ganis versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
all shall tremble.
I think against the priest, I like Yor a lot. Having Cavern on the board is nice. Wasn't really wanting to draw Ysera, but you know, it happens.
Relax your mind.
Aggro. Get my hand full, so table flip can be useful.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
I require mana.
2.
The future is clear. Your demise
What, Ancient of Yore? Or Hellfire? Could take a wheel. He's probably looking at it. I mean, if he has killed Jaden in an aggro deck, wheel might not be bad. Hellfire in this case, because table flip could get cheaper.
I'm wasting time.
But I could play other cards. I'm not really gaining more cards right now. I don't know if table flip would get any cheaper. Well, I'm saying wheel because if he, I mean, when I play aggro, I do like to have cards like Kill Jaden in case I'm losing the early game. There aren't Hunter Secrets that can affect. Dude. I think I'm just playing an Ancient of Yore this turn because of this, and then Rocking Cavern doesn't even do anything right now. Oh, I could have healed. Now he's gonna play a spell. Which he might not, seeing as I don't have a minion. Alright. Thankfully it wasn't, if your opponent has no mana, summon a 3-drop or whatever. Assuming that's still in standard, I'd assume it is.
Linked together in harmony.
Really? So he does have a spell. That's a pretty good spell. Don't know why you wouldn't heal or your best minion. It's Cavern Hellfire to clear everything. The question is, I think I do use both procs. What? Am I gonna lose this? I really don't wanna. Okay. Consume is extremely nice. What does this draw? 2 cards?
The menagerie is for guests only.
Why just rip a Wheel of Death? I mean, it's aggro. I don't think I need to do that. But next turn... I don't know, I don't really care for the idea.
I must act. Nightmares are never forgotten.
Double Battle Cry. Sad. Reborn with full enchant. Yeah, that's nuts, is it not? Reborn with full enchantments? It's like the best version of the card, I think. And then... I've had lethal this whole time, dude. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I feel bad. Reborn didn't work with the Druid effect. No way it doesn't work with the Druid effect. You sure? It's an enhancement or enchantment, I believe it is worded. Summon minions. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. I'll play a little longer with this deck. I do want to try other things, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to play with this, but I haven't gotten the wheel to feel good yet. I don't know. I might try my own take on it and make my own wheel deck, but not feeling it yet.
Nazoth versus Magni! For Cosmodon!
Let the crystals claim your mind.
I don't think I want yours. Have you seen that Reborn doesn't work with the Druid effect? It genuinely does seem like it would work like that. Seeing as it's kind of the same thing as an Amalgam shuffling into deck with enchantments. So, is this the... Surely it's not the dragon one, because that was nerfed. Next turn is probably Coin Xavius? Or I might just be a health drink.
Stop and smell the flowers.
Battle cruiser operation.
Next coin might be Coin Ancient of Yore. Because if I just Xavius, I'll overdraw. Wait, will I? Yeah, I would. And he's also not applying pressure, so getting this 10 armor while he isn't is quite nice. This does mean I need to start dumping my hand, though. Getting a table flip would be quite nice right now. I might just Hellfire. What, Hellfire Beetle? Probably. Dark Alley Pact Amalgam? I still have Curator in deck. Is it worth it to overdraw? I have an Amalgam. It's probably the most important piece. Not sure if it's worth it to play Amalgam. I have like everything in hand other than Rush. I like the idea of not overdrawing, and if I play Dark Alley Pact, he can trade the Traveler into it. Well, actually, it didn't. That didn't matter. I don't. My reasoning doesn't make any sense. It's don't work with Brittlebone Buccaneer and Reborn from Eternal Layover. Yeah, but the Reborn from the Dark Gift keeps enchantments. Like, it specifically keeps enchantments. I do think it works with Archdruid of Thorns. Anyway. I'm no longer drawing 2 cards a turn. Might just throw a Spirit Bomb. on... Nah, I don't think so. Probably just doing nothing with my mana.
My hand is full. There's always room for dessert.
Ham would suck if he hit... Okay. But it would suck probably worse if he hit Beetle.
Let me rest. Let me rest. Oh. Nightmares are never forgotten.
This is so much draw, dude. Wait, this automatically has rush. I don't see why I don't have to use this as like it has charge. I can't get rid of. I could overdraw Beetle. Oh, but I don't want to spend the Amalgam. I think I'm overdrawing. Hand's just so full. Okay, this lets me... Okay, that's kinda sad. 3 damage is Hellfire. I could Amalgam Vendor Thorn, so 3, 6, 8. It drew them in the bad order. So currently it draws a card and then shuffles a version of itself in the deck. See, I don't know if I've ever, cuz when you shuffle a card into the deck with the Adaptive Amalgam's Death Rattle, like specifically Archdruid, it doesn't keep. Also, he should have killed this. How do you have 2 Ham the Hungries? Bob? Oh my god.
By tooth and claw.
That's pain. Wait, I could have wheeled first. No, but then he'd just eat it. I don't think that's the play. Four, 6. Alright, now I have 2.
My hand is full.
I don't know if I should have wheeled there. Because then he'd, like... He has another Ham the Hungry in his deck. Or in his hand right now. This is Ham the Hungry. And that's another one. I don't think it's a misplay. I think, if I would have wheeled... That's beautiful. Okay. I got bad news for this guy. What do I do? Do I just Dark Marrow and then just go to town? If I Wheel of Death, I'll be able to play 1 Thorns. I think I'm just, you know what, you're right. I'm wheeling.
My tooth and claw. And to Falatul. My tooth and claw.
And that's the turn. I'm dying.
The end of my deck is nigh.
My hand is full.
Kill Jaden's gone. That's extremely nice.
Deck is
I don't have Beetle. I think I just lose before him, am I wrong?
There's always room for dessert.
Okay.
And to Thalator, my tooth and claw! And to Thalator, my tooth and claw! My hand is and to Thalator!
I actually don't know if that would have been better to use the marrow, because I'm not getting as many times twos, because I'm not playing as many. I'm wondering if it is better to use Summoner. I think it might be better to just do what I'm doing right now instead. Alright, actually got it to work. Hell yeah. So, the prerequisite, in my opinion, was basically already having the Archdruid have Rush, already having the Archdruid have all of the death rattles required. I feel like that's probably the prerequisite for actually making that work. Did I need Wheel? Is kind of the question. If I didn't use Wheel, I would have drawn Plated Beetle eventually to get armor. Well, actually, I probably wouldn't have in that specific case because of the Ham the Hungries. For Mage, I am just gonna keep this stuff. I think I'm probably just throwing out an early Beetle. I actually love the flavor of Endbringer Umbra. I think that's really cool. I hope some cool decks in Warlock come from this. Am I just Spirit Bombing this? So does that mean it's probably just really interesting? It's just a drink. Drink makes my hand bigger for a Dark Alley Pact. So it's just like a mage that just wants to discover a bunch of cards. One of those kinds of mages. Seemingly. I don't know. There actually it might just be because they might just want to discover cards for more am I cool with a 5-drop? Probably. I'm just gonna tap actually. But what is it called? Protoss for more Protoss cards, probably. I mean, that's what I would do if I had these cards in my deck. Just have all the Protoss stuff and then more Discover stuff. Artificer, so you're actually able to play this. Yeah. Okay, so it's Cavern tap. I have a ton of healing in deck with the health drinks, the consumes, and the curators, or not the curators, the Ancient of Yours. So I'm willing to tap, get a bigger Dark Alley Pact. Pact Beetle. Mage has the deal 5 damage card, so this thing's probably going face. I think this card's stupid. I actually hate it so much. Dude, I am so losing this game. He's already up to 10, and there's another card. Hellfire clears this, but Drink is probably the way that I'm gonna do this. I'd like to get this Ancient of Yore out. Am I just throwing down an Ancient of Yore? Probably. Oh man. So he's either gonna play the Rush minion or he's preparing to play Colossuses. Oh, he's gonna try and do Bran. This guy's like ultra greed. But if he gets it, he wins, like, and if he doesn't get it, he probably still wins. Do nothing, because I'm gonna overdraw if I tap. Oh. There is no. I could double Hellfire, kill off my own minion. I mean, I don't really know if I have any other options. I haven't played, yeah, so I like the Cavern. This is definitely a loss. Like, if he got Bran, he already won. And weird. Alright. I appreciate the submission, but I think I'm gonna start trying to make stuff either more around Umbra or just, I don't know, not sure. But thank you for suggesting the deck. I'm gonna make other stuff now. Shuffle this into your deck. So this Zeliax works with Umbra. It has to, right? So you would just run like what? Cost less this? Demon Hunter is awesome with it. Oh my god, yeah, Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter would be nuts. Is the new card even good in this deck? I don't think so. I really don't think this card is good in Warlock yet, even though the Warlock is supposed to be the deck with, you know, all death rattles, but yeah, Umbra, I really haven't gotten to play her yet with Archdruid, which is kind of sad. But like with the Ziliax, okay, surely, because I don't know who has all watched my 100 subscriber special video where I talk about this. Velen, when he triggers the battle cry and death rattle of all other train you play, if he triggers the adaptive amalgam, he does not shuffle himself into the deck. He shuffles a base copy of adaptive amalgam. I tried it myself. It triggers the 7/5. It's nutty. It triggers the 7/5. What's the 7/5? Oh, the demon, or yeah, demon hunter, obviously. Yeah. I'm just gonna, I don't know, I might go to demon hunter. I mean, that sounds like an extremely fun deck. But currently Umbra, I'm not sure. I haven't seen it yet. I literally haven't played Umbra yet, even though I've played like 6 games. I don't know if it will shuffle a base copy of Amalgam, like we've seen in the past, or if it'll shuffle Umbra back into the deck. It would obviously be a ton better if it shuffles Umbra, so that's what I'm hoping to see. So Umbra, Thorns. Then let's go with... I like Cavern with Tourist, Layover. Which, I mean, Umbra, if it actually works with Amalgam or Ziliax, because, you know, Ziliax does have its own shuffle this into your deck, it would be its own Archdruid of Thorns, in a way, where you would have death rattles that you'd get to trigger over and over. It'd be a lot less efficient, and it wouldn't stack, like, it wouldn't multiply, you know. But it might actually work pretty well. Or it might work in general. I don't know what other classes you could try. Anyway, so with Umbra, Dark Marrow, let's go with Buccaneer. If we're going with Buccaneer, then I would like the Starships. We can throw yours in here. I wanted to try a Shutter Block deck with all this, but all the Shaman Death Rattles are trash. Yeah, I don't, and also I don't think there's any neutral Death Rattles that are good with it either. Archdruid, any Beetle. Only I could spell, and then Vendor. You got the new elemental. If somehow you drop the cost of it, it might be good. The new elemental. No way. I mean, maybe in a like, the 9-cost mana shaman. Isn't there a 9-cost like heal 6 or like heal 9 to everything in shaman? But anyway, here. No, he meant the board clear one. I'm assuming he's talking. It isn't no win condition. Oh, okay. You guys are talking about the shaman stuff. This definitely isn't good in Archdruid decks because it is filling your board with these tiny minions that are, you know, stealing space for Archdruid. If you're doing an Umbra version of Archdruid in a different class, I honestly might consider running this. Because you're not playing a million Umbras every turn. You're playing one Umbra a turn, like at max. So anyway, that's my thought process on that. I think that's everything I care about in there. I don't know, I might literally just basically make the same deck that I normally run. Mech Warrior? Yeah, I did see how Mech has, or Warrior has... You know what? I'm leaving that for later. I'm gonna try other decks. So... let's look at Umbra in here. So, Death Rattles. You obviously have this. Let's say I want to bring back Starship a lot. You would grab Cube. It's meh. Resurrect? Or wait, there's the 3 mana one too, right? Yeah. Death Rattle card. So you have Umbra to so far Umbra would resurrect 2 crystals. Resurrect the friendly, yeah. It would give you 4 armor. And that is it so far. Do we want to try the Ziliax one or the Adaptive Amalgam one? The Ziliax shuffle or the Amalgam shuffle? Probably the... I don't know, Ziliax would be more useful, but Amalgam would be easier to play. Just gonna throw Amalgams in here. It doesn't affect this Death Rattle, I don't think, so... I don't know, I could do one of each. That way we can see if either of them work. Oh wait, this would resurrect 5 or more. Can't do that. So you would have to do 5 or more, or is it more than 5? Cost 5 or more. So the only things you could do are these 3. 3 mana 5/5. Deal damage to yourself. 3 mana 2/4. Alright, see you later. Yeah, well. Alright, I'm not even putting Ziliax in here. It's not worth it. Because you're going to be resummoning it. Okay, so... draw a demon. Demons. There's a high win rate deck list for this online already. Dude, I don't want to do that though. I want to make my own. It's usually how I try to do stuff. There's also Velen. Velen would be kind of funny. But there's no like good Draenei Death Rattles. Draw a Death Rattle minion. Left and right mode. Would that be worth? Maybe. Umpire's Grasp is really expensive. Not sure if I want to run it. You know, Spirit Peddler, if it actually hits Umbra. So wait, here. We run prize vendors to draw. Oh, but it's a death rattle. So it's too expensive. Kind of like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I have 5 death rattles. Now I'm gonna do a lot of copy stuff, or just survivability stuff. Draenei, no. By the way, bro, it's not different death rattles. Yeah. Have you seen that it does that? Because if it does that, it's better for if you have 5 die. I mean, that might not even be terrible. Have you seen that it does that though? Like, I know it doesn't say that, because obviously, like, I would expect it to work like that. Yes, I've been playing Demon Hunter mainly since the patch today. All right, that makes it a lot worse, but I still might get value out of it, so I might play it anyway. That's cool. Ton of armor. All right, I just want early game survivability now. Let me know if there's any other cards that I'm missing. So patches, sure. Maybe I could go with some red cards. Red card's decent. Run one. Okay. I'll run a copy. Should I just run the location package? Wait, no, there isn't. There isn't the good. Never mind. Oh, I only have one of these. Is it good enough to use? Paraglide and warp drive. Oh yeah, warp drive, 100%. And then paraglide, and then I kind of infiltrate. Paraglide is very good draw. I don't want to have too much draw. Do I have heal? I mean, I don't need healing if I actually draw the crystal. Where? Artists? So artists can get me any of these cards. And then for early game, I have patches, harvest, infiltrate. I really don't have much early game. I really don't feel like I need artists. Maybe I'll just go with aura. get rid of probably Zai. I'm not sure if it works with Umbra. That's why I'm putting it in here. I want it to, but I know that previously with, like I've said like 18 times, it doesn't work with Velen. Sad. So let's go with this. Or DH. I thought I clicked it.
Arana versus Uther. I will bring order.
Leave me alone.
I need Starship in hand. Hopefully this draws me Crystal.
Hey.
I've really not played with the skin.
I must move quickly.
It's my attitude, but it's your problem.
Move quickly. State your case.
You're hardcore.
By petal and sword.
Anyways, you're not spamming chat, and I mean, I'll see you sometime. I appreciate you watching for a bit.
Embrace corruption.
Follow the flutterwings.
Oh, it only rightmost. I thought it was both. That's a lot worse. Anyway. Order of things have been done very wrong. This is ridiculous. He didn't even have his full thing. Could add more. I'm an idiot. I do not play this deck. Damn. That card is to be played after Felbat, obviously.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Well, if I'm gonna lose this game, I might as well test and see if Umbra works. Which actually I don't think it's gonna even tell me. But yeah. Did it shuffle? Seemingly it shuffled an Amalgam into deck. Seemingly. So, that's good. Don't think it works.
I must withdraw.
Okay, so if that doesn't work, Umbra is only a one time no matter what. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to do it multiple times, so I think I'm probably just gonna go back to Warlock. What do you mean by check it out, Crypt? You trying to show me something? Oh, I forgot about Freebooter. Forgot about a lot of things. It didn't show up here. Oh, I see it in. One second. Can I see it? It showed up in here. Why? I don't see it. Like, I see it in the chat. But like I see it in the Streamlabs overlay. Here, you want to just send it on my last YouTube video, and I'll look at it. Anyway, let's go for... I put one in here. What do I normally run? That's the reason. Oh. No, I don't know. Beetle. I don't know how I messed that up. Alright. I know I already have Beetle. I'll look in a second. Let me just think about what last card I should put in here. Could just put Xavius. Alright. Look at it. Hunter deck. I don't think Floppy Hydra works with Umbra. Oh, Biopod? But it doesn't make a star. It doesn't make a piece. It just does the damage, which would be 6 damage. Which isn't terrible. I don't know. I don't think Floppy Hydra works with Umbra. Yeah, I know the OTK part is you just stack a million biopods, but Umbra doesn't give you more biopods. And Floppy Hydra, like, it needs to be tested. Well, test it. Let me know if Floppy Hydra actually doubles and shuffles Umbra, because I'm pretty sure it just shuffles a doubled version of base Hydra. So it'd be a, 3 mana 2/6 or 4/6 when the Umbra Death Rattle goes off. But not what I meant to do. I mean, if it works, that'd be sick. I also forgot about that card, the Hydra. But I don't think any of the shuffle cards shuffle Umbra. I think they just shuffle base copies of themselves, which is quite disappointing.
Nazoth versus Tyrande!
You give me strength.
Let the crystals claim your mind.
Kind of like this hand, even though I don't have many cards for Pact. I have Vendor, Xavius, and Ancient of Yore to draw, so I could get some good ways of drawing, plus my hero power. I'm pretty sure it doesn't work. I'd prefer to not. I literally just tested Umbra with Adaptive Amalgam, and when I looked at the side to see what it shuffled, it said it shuffled another Amalgam. Is this aggro? curve is a little bad. Okay. And then Hellfire is happening. The next turn is either Pact, Xavius, or Buccaneer Beetle. I'd kinda like to Pact before Buccaneer Beetling.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
That'd be a 5? No, 6/6. Kinda like it. Oh my god, dude. I hate this card. It's ridiculous. What? 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 I'm baffled.
Eyes on the horizon.
Truly baffled. Scared of the biggest one.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
Next turn is Crystal, unless he destroys. Nothing cheap, please. What? So he has a card to clear this, right? No way. Really just let me get a Reborn Crystal off? This game should have been a loss. I don't know how he screwed up his Vol'jin.
By petal and thorn.
Linked together in harmony.
And he's slightly Imbue Priest? What is this? Xavius could get me Messmaker. I do like Ancient of Yore. Then I could escape pod for the... No, I can't.
Nightmares are never forgotten.
Triggers the next twice. Lifesteal's nice, but this is definitely just the best thing.
Feel devastation.
I don't care that his hero power costs 0. I really don't.
Molded in mine.
My rage is not bound by size.
I grow weary.
Alright. Buccaneer Messmaker, Buccaneer Freebooter. It's pretty nice.
Mysterious orb. What is your wisdom?
Frozen in fear. Eyes on the horizon.
Quite nice. Good hits. Pretty good hits.
Draw forth the moon.
Yeah, assumed it doesn't work. I don't have Cavern. I'd really enjoy a Cavern or a Hellfire. So instead, I guess I'm just playing Umbra.
My people will regret turning their backs.
What? Why did this gain rush? What? This should not have been the thing that gains rush. This should have given other things rush. This card is definitely bugged. It considered itself an adjacent minion.
You are the shadow's puppet.
Why?
I'm feeling punchy.
That doesn't make any sense. Why it would... I don't see it.
Puppets.
Let me rest.
There's definitely some bugs with this card. Because it definitely should not be considering itself an adjacent minion. Even if it did trigger its battlecry twice, like, that should just mean the things beside it should get +1/+1 and rush twice. You... what?
Relax.
What? What about now? It did a messmaker. 5. It did one mess. Did it do 3 messmaker procs? No. Did 1 messmaker proc. 2 messmaker procs. Anyway.
Frozen in fear.
Umbra also didn't work with Surfang or Phoenix. Gave me a copy of Surfang or Phoenix instead. Yeah, that's kind of expected, sadly. It's triggering it, not like using it from itself. I don't know. I don't know. You would expect differently because of how cards have worked in the past. Really weird. Sadly, Umbra just doesn't seem good. I don't know. Like, maybe if there's a bunch of new Draeneyes that... which obviously aren't going to come out this set, because this set's entirely about the Lost City and the Tortolans and stuff, but... if they released a bunch of Draenei, then I could see, like, you running Umbra, and then you ran the 7 mana, you know, Death Rattle to trigger all of your Draenei's Battle Cries and Death Rattles. And then you would get, like, double triggers kind of stuff. You'd get a lot. I like Cavern, I like Beetle, I like Xavius. It's pretty nice.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Draenei. So, Vendor Cavern, probably. Aggro? Hellfire is quite nice. Wait. What does this boat do right now in the grand scheme of things? Okay, it is just supposed to be a type of aggro. So I'm trading vendor Hellfire. Next turn is just probably packed. I don't know in what world Xavius would be better, unless I got like a defense crystal with reborn from it. Might be better. Okay. Oh yeah, this turn's just packed. I'd love to see a Buccaneer with this crystal here soon.
This treasure ain't fit for our planet.
My hand is full.
Ooh. Why did this cost less? Or why did this cost 0 specifically? Oh, it's a combo card, and it was his no combo spell. I'm not sure. I think I might just play a crystal.
Could it be?
My hand is full.
Combo minion. The next one triggers twice. Probably wants to trade this boat before he plays any pirates. He can get a crap ton of reduction with this spell. Mana reduction. Like he could probably play
Good hit, my turn.
a ton of cards.
Set sail for sails!
Is he gonna rush 2 of these in here? Alright. 1 of these, and then Hellfire. Hellfire Cavern. Oh, Buccaneer. So, what is Umbra? What has died for me? Prize vendor. No mess makers. Dude, I need a mess maker so bad. It'd be very nice. A crystal has died. So far this is what? Both players draw a card, gain 4 armor.
Now this is treasure.
What'd you play this out of order?
Swiftly.
Set sail for sails!
Now this is treasure.
He did not.
Breeze put my mind at ease.
Messmaker reduced by 2, like... It's definitely just the GG. I didn't get any of my layovers. I did draw both Hellfires. So I don't know. Feel like I could have gotten a lot better on the draw. Got a lot luckier.
Mal'Ganis versus Uther. I will fight with honor.
All shall tremble.
It's so expensive, but I think I'd prefer a Yor over a Crystal. Paladin, I'm not keeping Xavius, sadly. Umbra seems to be more of a detriment than anything. Karen's nice. Nice. Pretty good draw. Not playing the vendor. That's pretty lucky. Oh, that's extremely lucky.
The roots lend their strength. Another realm awaits. Stand strong, children.
Yes, a nerf. A nerf to this. Bad dragon. Great dragon.
The light.
Why would you do that last? Oh, he just drew it, didn't he? I could make him overdraw. Alright.
My hand is too
He
full.
didn't have any more dragons, so those are all of his dragons.
Another realm awaits. Mistakes of the past rewritten. Nightmares are never forgotten.
No way, I didn't get any of the thorns. I mean, it's a good card, but damn.
Follow the flutterwings.
Damn, dude. Archdruid.
Frozen in fear.
Umbra will hopefully freeze at least 3 things. If this goes off, it might even freeze 6.
Rise and let balance be restored.
It's gonna be these 2. Amalgam Vendor. Thorns. Amalgam Vendor is 3, 7, 9.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm playing this no matter
All are
what.
nourished when the cycle renews.
I don't have any room on my board. I misplayed. Real bad.
My time comes to an end.
Hand is too full.
Yep. Okay.
By petal and sword.
Don't have any draw. I still have beetles.
I must act.
My people will regret turning their backs on me.
It's so underwhelming. Alright.
Eyes on the horizon!
My hand is too full.
Did it shuffle? It did shuffle. Which it almost definitely shoveled. If I see an Umbra, then it worked. If I don't see an Umbra, then it didn't.
Damnation of my
Eyes on the horizon!
Damn.
I'm almost
Damn.
out of cards. I'm out of
Damn.
cards. I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of cards.
Kill one of these. I mean, I just lose. I mean, even though I'm giving him... Man, this sucks. I should have played one on the other side, too. 10. You know, so... 34?
Druids of Azeroth, gods of the wild, the dream beckons.
I actually can't believe they buffed Imbue Drag or Paladin. Oh, actually, this... Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, it might. Oh, what? Okay.
I'm almost out of cards.
And they both went off afterwards, so they didn't get rush.
I am no master.
It's a lot of armor, though. Not enough, I don't think. Damn, that's a ton of armor. Dude, I think I would have won if I would have just played correctly. Dude, Umbra does not feel good at all. Especially when she can't shuffle herself into deck. Might as well go back to the last deck. I don't know. I really want the... I might try and build my own Wheel of Death version of this deck. So, 2 Archdruids. You'll go Curator. Curator is obviously extremely helpful. 2 prize vendors. Beetles. I like Escape Pod. Then, since we have the spell, This is for early game. You just don't want this to go off in the same turn as the Thorns. Sarah. I think the minion I'd prefer. Maybe. Or maybe both. This is a fell spell. I don't know, with how much armor I could have with crystals, this might be good. I didn't put both. Let's go with this. So you build big starships, then you can wheel. You also have a ton of board clears. Then after you wheel, after you wheel, you can do your combo.
I never turn down a good brawl.
I am Rafa, the supreme salesman.
I have an idea of what I could replace Treant with instead if it isn't very good. Alright, this is very good. A lot of very good early game cards. Might Vendor, and then Buccaneer Handler.
Funnel cake?
Cavern would be good, so it'd trade well. Okay. Probably just the Cavern. This is get a random card. Oh, that's way worse than I thought it was.
You shall not win.
Eyes on the horizon!
You won't find fire magically aims to see.
Reborn.
This ship would fall apart without me.
So much value.
Soon. Too soon.
Shaking a stud.
Nice.
Eyes on the horizon.
I'm just gonna do this, even though it reborns to full stats. I'd like to get rid of its reborn. It no longer has the Dark Gift, seemingly. So enchantments, I guess, doesn't include Dark Gifts. Maybe?
Eyes on the horizon.
Wow. I mean, yeah, they just run that normally. Alright. I don't have a cavern proc right now.
Too soon.
Okay. See, I kind of would have expected the Dark Gift to stay on the reborn Gorgon's Ormu, and then when I gave it reborn, it would have reborned again with full stats and enchantments. But I guess it makes sense why they didn't get rid of that. Interesting. That would suck for me to reborn. I have another beat in the deck. Well.
This party is to die for.
The beginning and the end. Curse my hounds!
Frozen in fear.
Just lose, right?
My blades will sing.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Oh man. GG. That is a crazy deck. Alright. I've been streaming for 2 hours. It's obviously not very long, but I appreciate everybody for watching. Wish Vona would be better. I'll make a video if I see any. So here, let me look at. If I see any good cards, you know, revealed that I think would be good for either that I think would be good for either Adaptive Amalgam decks or Archdruid decks, I'll let you guys know. Out of all this stuff, the only thing I'm somewhat interested in is Elise. So if your deck started with 10 cards of different costs, craft a custom location. So you're going to be running things like Ceaseless Expanse. That'll be one of these cards. But I was expecting like the 1 cost location to be like 2 duration and then 3 and then 4. But the 1 cost actually does have 3 durability. And so you can either get Death Rattle, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Summon a 2/1 Raptor. Your next spell has +3 or +1 spell damage. So I believe those are the options for the first one. It's actually a little weird. It has an extra option, I think. Anyway, the one I'm most interested in is the summon a 1/1 copy of a friendly minion. So you're actually gonna be able to summon 3 1/1 copies of any friendly minion if you actually get lucky enough to get this, which is very interesting to me. Also, there is an extra. I just remembered that it doesn't always give you the same options. So yeah, if you get this, you can summon a lot of extra copies of a minion, and I like that a lot. I think this card might be insane. There's already the 2 mana one that gives 1/1 to 1 different friendly minion at the end of the turn. This gives it to like your whole board if they're just Menagerie. What was this? Not that cool. I mean, this technically gives the adapt. Well, For the rest of give minions you play. So this might actually be good with Adaptive Amalgam. So when you get this quest down, you know, adapt twice. Let's say you get like increased stats on one of the adapts. Every single time you play the Adaptive Amalgam, it should get those adaptions again. And again and again and again. So that's technically infinite scaling with your amalgams. Probably not very quick, but it's something to think about. I think this is a cool card. I think it might be pretty overwhelming, but I think it's a cool card. This doesn't do anything with amalgam. Yeah, so far nothing really to talk about other than the location and maybe this quest. I can't wait to see what Warlock gets. We're gonna have to wait until June 12th. So still got over a week before we can find out if Warlock's gonna have a lot more support, which, seeing as they made this, you know, they just made this new archetype for Warlock, I doubt they're gonna add to it because they don't want it to be meta. But I don't know, maybe these neutrals will be something cool. Anyway, I'm ending the stream. Thank you guys for watching.